Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are in the middle of making over our 80s living room.
We painted, we installed lighting, and now we're going to tackle the fireplace. So let's get into it.
So the plan is to free up the space where the TV and entertainment system went and create a look similar to this.
We started by removing this old brass fireplace surround. Then we had a professional chimney sweep and flue cleaning, because this fireplace hasn't been used in years. This fireplace made the room smell musty and dusty.
It was like a stale odor.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
We wanted a clean, fresh vibe for our coastal theme. We also found out why there was a cold draft in the room. The ash dump door had disintegrated and we needed a way to cut off that draft.
Door on the other side, but it's not airtight, so you'll feel when it's real cold, when it's 20 degrees, you're going to feel the cold air coming in. So
I didn't even know
just put something over top of it. Since you're not going to be using it, you can put anything over there, wood or whatever you got laying around here.
Okay.
We were also glad to get this cleaned out. Our plan was to get an electric fireplace, so we had the chimney capped off.
The great thing is that if we changed our mind in the future, we could still be able to use it.
Hubby found something that he really liked, so he taped off the space that was needed.
Everything was looking good, but now I had to deal with the space up at the top. Can you see what's going on? I gotta figure out a way to put this TV where the mantle's at.
Now, if you've been following our living room makeover series, you can tell this fireplace clean out happened before we did all of this.
There was a lot of things going on with this living room makeover. While waiting for the ceiling to dry, my son and I decided that we're going to remove the fireplace mantle. The only thing about this removal is that there's an electrical outlet in the middle of it. So we have to be careful and make sure that the power is actually off. Guys, we were surprised at how many different electrical things were supplied to this one room. This mantle was huge and heavy, and it was solid wood. It was also nailed into the brick and mortar, so that made it really tough to remove from the brick. I'm so happy that over the years my son has grown up and he still helps me with these DIY projects. We were super excited when the mantle finally came off the brick wall. I used our old license plate and used it as a replacement for the old ash dump door.
Nobody's gonna see it, and we just needed to cover the hole. You know, we thought about painting this brick, but as we kept cleaning and brushing it, it really seemed to brighten up, so we decided to just keep it natural. It kind of reminded us of a sand color, which works perfectly for our coastal theme in this living room. It was amazing how much dust was trapped behind that mantle. So what do you guys think? How would you DIY this brick fireplace?
I'm cleaning up the fireplace area because we decided to go with an electric fireplace TV stand, and it just arrived. The only thing is that it has 100 million pieces, and you know what it's like to put furniture together. So this is going to be a fun, unexpected DIY project. I'm not joking, we're literally going to have to put this thing together piece by piece. We're thankful that during this part of the DIY, our daughter decided to help us out.
We finally finished the framing of the stand, and now we were marking the spot where we wanted the TV to mount. Our initial thought was to use a swivel mount so that there was room for the sound bar.
When I took a closer look at the top part of the fireplace, I noticed that there were leftover nails from the mantle that needed to be removed.
Our initial thought was a swivel TV mount so that our sound bar could sit on the stand. But we ran into two challenges. The mount for this size TV is pretty large, and we were concerned about drilling holes into the brick. The other thing is that we had to figure out what to do with the old wiring from the mantle because it was located right where the mount was supposed to go.
We had to take a moment and reevaluate what we're going to do in this area. Meanwhile, we finished up our ceiling and lighting DIY projects.
We'll leave a link of the previous episode in the description so you can see the lighting transformation.
And we gave our trim a little touch-up paint over the mantle area.
We decided to cap off and cover the wiring and just place the TV directly on the stand. The whole family was in agreement with this decision, so now we had to keep building the cabinets and installing the doors.
Building this was one of the most tedious things that we've ever done. It required so much patience, but luckily the directions were clear. For furniture you have to build yourself, this is decent quality. Alright guys, so this is the moment of truth to see if the TV will fit on the Fireplace console.
I know we moved this TV before, but it seemed like it got heavier and the base wider. I thought we measured it, but the soundbar didn't fit the cubby hole. We had to move the TV back to place it in front.
After looking at it from across the room, I noticed that this TV might be a little too heavy. We both saw that the top piece of wood started to concave inward. The old console distributed the weight more evenly, so we came up with an idea to build a wider base. We're currently in the middle of our living room makeover series. I don't want to have to keep the TV behind the soundbar, so I'm going to raise it up by creating a simple television stand. The soundbar is 40 inches wide. We're going to create a TV stand that's a little bit wider than the soundbar so that I can stick my hands behind it to fix it or remove any wire. I also don't want the television too high, so I'm going to make it just above the soundbar. It's probably going to be around 7 inches high. This will give a custom space for the soundbar and distribute the weight of the TV.
We headed out to our home improvement store and we looked for a 2x12 piece of wood. We needed it to be wide enough to handle the base of our large TV. Guys, solid wood is no joke. We have much respect for woodworkers. We bought the wood stand in to check out the size, and it was so heavy for baby girl.
Everything's fitting well, but I could still see the wires behind it. So I had to make one more adjustment. I cut about 1.5 inches off of each side. The project was getting long, so I decided to spray paint it instead of using the stain. I didn't like the finished look of the spray paint, so I decided to gel stain it.
I'm glad we changed it up because the paint was looking gray. The gel stain did great at giving it a more glossy look, and it had a protective coating. After the stain cured, it was time to bring it in and see the final look. Our first custom wood build was perfect for this project. It provides space for the soundbar, and it gives space on the side for us to reach the cords. It's also very sturdy and distributes the weight of the TV to the strongest part of the fireplace stand. I love this fireplace makeover because it allowed us to update and refresh things without tearing up too much stuff. We have easy access to the back of our TV, our brick's still intact, and our new fireplace is actually warmer and so much easier to use.
I'm glad that this fireplace gave us more room.
Make sure you have your notifications on because we can't wait to show you the final reveal.
So if you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, share with your family and friends, and subscribe to our channel.
And remember, you can DIY too.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.